guys.
Happy Friday afternoon. Hey, do you know this is the first week in a long time I haven't done one commercial job and I'm happy about it?
That's good.
I know, it's awesome.
Jinx.
Jinx.
No, that's really cool. Are you going to keep going with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I think I worked hard all my life. I've also done lots and lots. And when I first started commercially shooting, I did weddings, parties, anything. I'd shoot newborns and I even shot one birth. And
Isn't that...
yeah, I know.
Isn't that like the name of a band though?
Yeah, it is, because the band would do weddings, parties, anything. So I used that for when I started photography. I had all of a sudden these bills. I had a little studio and I would do whatever work that paid money to pay my overheads. So then I had a free studio to then develop my own style. And I think after 20 odd years or 30 or whatever.
Don't show your age, Peter.
I'd be 20 years for studios, and I was in the fishing for a while. But yeah, so it's just really good now that it's like being retired, but I'm not retired because I don't
think you'll ever retire.
No, never. And I've got overheads. I've still got this massive, beautiful studio that I don't really want to let go of.
You've still got my
I've still got your wine bill. Your Ferrari account, your Chanel account, and then your wages. And not to say super, oh my God.
Yeah,
it just went up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, you just told me it went up.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I just got a pay rise.
No, I didn't. Well,
Yes, you did. You don't see it till you're 60, till you're 75. I think by the time
I can retire.
It must be 90.
Oh, gosh. That's not fair. I was looking forward to retirement.
You'll be able to retire, but you'll be able to live to 120 by then.
Oh, God, I don't want that. Can't wait for a good sleep. First decent night's sleep since the womb.
Since the womb. I think there's a big difference in being chemically covered by your mother to being sitting in the ground with worms eating you.
That sounds fun.
Fun.
Make friends with them.
I
derailed that really well.
Anyway, I hope you have got a gist to what our podcasts are like. What we're like.
Random.
So random.
Anyway, you were saying you haven't done a commercial shoot all week and you're happy about it.
Yeah, I am. And it's allowed me to now look at the things I see more important in my life.
That's good.
Which, one thing, my website's disgusting. It's just every single picture I've taken, I've dumped on there. And
you don't want to do that because you don't love every single photo you've taken.
No, I just felt that, well, you've seen it from models. If I do a shoot and don't post their picture, it's all of a sudden, oh, don't you like me? Yeah. And it's sort of like, I don't say that when you don't post one of my pictures.
Yeah, exactly. The amount of photos because we shoot all the time and there's so many photos of me, but I don't, I like them, but I don't love them enough to put them on my page, but you're not hassling me being like, why didn't you post my photo?
No, I don't. But you hassle me. Why haven't you posted this week?
No.
So this hour.
No, there's just...
I haven't seen one of my pictures up for at least now. Please wear a T-shirt with my face on it.
It's not like
you only wear my face once a year on my birthday. I have to put up with your face every day.
Sorry. I also, even with that, I find the whole asking, why haven't you posted a photo of me or why haven't you posted one of my photos? I find that, kind of rude.
It is, but it's also, you got to remember they're models. They're in the whole industry to get booked for work. If they don't have a social network that has a big following of commercial people, but if Peter posts a photo, he's going to tag me, which means all the agencies that follow me, and you've seen some of the biggest agencies in the world follow me.
All right, yeah.
So they're wanting
the exposure.
They're wanting the exposure, and they really don't care if the photo is good or bad. They're more caring that if Peter posts it, there's people going to view it, and there's a chance that someone that views it might book me and then make me famous.
And also to them, it's probably the best photo they've ever seen of themselves, but because you're so fussy, it's probably not the best photo you've ever taken, or not the best photo you could have taken of that model. And maybe it's because they were in a different mood, you didn't connect with them. Like,
oh yeah, and a lot of times there's lots of models I work with only once.
Yeah.
And like it's a couple. There's maybe 10 pictures in my life. On the very first shoot with someone, I've got a photo that I absolutely love. There's one on the workshop, which I adore the photo. I've never shot with her since. She doesn't model anymore. But yeah, it's just a fluke. It was a fluke picture. She just gave me just that expression I wanted as I clicked. And I've always loved it. There's just something in her eyes that's special to me. But yeah, it's really hard. But it's no different to, I find the same as when people tag you and you've had nothing to do with their photo.
But they just want you to look at it. That's why they're tagging you. I find it a bit.
If you think, is that what it is? I didn't know if it's because then people who, especially, so I'm talking about Instagram now, because people look at your tagged photos. They get seen by the people. So are they looking at the people that follow you might type your name with the tag and my picture's going to come up?
Well, it might just be that someone will be on your profile and they click on the tagged photos and then they'll see this other person's. And so I didn't even think of that. I thought it was more because you get tagged and so they're tagging you so that you'll get the notification to look at their photo.
Like
That's what I thought.
I don't, with our workshops now, I get tagged all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just them showing me what they created on the workshop. And
it's also, I've noticed with that, it's kind of I've started adding in the email I send after the workshop with all the information, like models and things you've spoken about and stuff. When I send all the models, like tag details, I got a response once and they said, do I have to tag you and Peter in the photos because it was taken at a workshop? And I was like, no, like we're not that strict.
I'd actually prefer not to tag.
Yeah, but they asked the question like, oh, do I have to because it was Peter did the lighting and you organised all of this? And I was like, no, like we don't. So now I put in there, I'm like, you don't have to tag Peter and I, but of course if you want to, you're more than welcome to. Go
on to professional photographer sites, like I suppose I'm professional, but let's talk about sort of superstars. Like a Peter Lindbergh or a Helmut Newton. No, not like you. If we go onto their sites, do you ever see them tag their gaffer or their assistant or the lighting guy or the guy who did the digital work on the computer?
Yeah.
You never see that. So why do they think they need to tag me? Because on a workshop, it might be my lighting, but the people right at that level that I don't want to be at, and it's not like I want to have full control over my pictures, and they walk on set, the lighting is done. I still have control, but I think the more you palm off stuff that needs to be done to other people, the more you're happy just to walk into something finished rather than say, oh, I'm not happy with that. They might still say that a little bit, but the more they don't do it, the happier they're going to get with whatever's there when they walk in, because there would have been a storyboard beforehand, and it might have been Peter Lindbergh walks on and said, well, there's a picture of the storyboard. This lighting's nothing like it. Refix it.
Yeah.
But it's completely different to me, whereas we'll have a storyboard and then I need to build that lighting myself. I know I tag you in all my Instagrams, so you're my assistant on the day, and when you're not on a shoot, people can see how much better the pictures are. No, I'm joking. No, but I've always tagged my assistant because I appreciate the work my assistant does. They physically, like Bec doesn't set up my lighting on that, but she assists me on the day of making the model feel super, super comfortable. Yeah. The model's someone to chat with.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll make coffees.
You're closer to the generation of the model than I am.
Yeah.
I'm this old guy that wears his Led Zeppelin belt.
Whereas, like, I normally have the conversation with them and then I'm normally, like, a similar age, and I do become a bit of a mother to the models a lot.
Well, now as you're getting older.
Such a mother to the models.
You're now, like, getting, like, to some of the models. You still got your COVID from last week. Well done.
But I'm also am friends with the models as well. Like, me and Anna catch up outside of shoots, and me and Abby have been planning on having a sleepover and listening to 2000s pop and drinking wine, or not wine, margaritas. And
margaritas
and listening to Spice Girls. Me and Anna catch up and have wine and prosciutto and stuff. So, like, I am actually friends with the models outside of this studio. So that helps as well because...
But it's pretty much all the models. We go to Paris and Milan, that you see Tess, you're like best of friends. Yeah. In fact, you spoke to Tess, everyone before I even did.
Yeah, like you're the one, friends with all of them. And like, yeah, it's just... So I guess I assist a lot in that way because they come in and it's like... Well, I guess you're friends with them as well, but I guess they're a bit closer with me, and so I relax them down.
I'm more talking to the newer. Yeah. Like the models have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They're just as happy to talk to me as you.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we have someone new come in, or we're working with a newer person, they're going to be 100 times more comfortable chilling with you a bit before they shoot than chilling with me with my daddy jokes and... She normally say, what's the normal thing? Oh, you've never met someone like Peter.
I always word them up. Like, when a model like we've never met comes to the studio or even just like comes for a workshop, I was like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Bec. So Peter is a little bit weird and everyone always looks at me, they're like,
do I need to go now? I've got some pepper spray in my bag, do I need to get it out?
No, it's good weird, but like you've never shot with a photographer like him before and you'll get used to him. And then they always, like, they get kind of scared. I'm like, no, like, honestly, it's not a bad thing. It is a good thing. He's just...
Weird. Thank you.
But that always gets a laugh out of them and that relaxes them down instantly as well.
Is that why they always laugh at me when...
Probably, because I warn them that you're weird. I don't know how else to put it. Eccentric.
I don't even know what that means. I think you made something up on the spot to make you look fancies.
No, I'm very fancy.
You haven't got your handbag up here, so you can't be fancies.
I love that bag. But yeah, I don't know where else. I just went completely blank. You play the cricket toy.
I can't. Which one's the cricket button?
I don't remember. It might be the blue one.
That one?
Yeah.
I can't hear it, so I don't know if it did a cricket. Whatever sound that good. We haven't written any of the things on our thing, so I think that might have been cricket.
Any of the things on our thing.
Yeah.
Job.
That's your talk.
Yeah.
You've trained me well. Anyway, so imagine people listening to us just gabbering.
Oh, they love it.
But it's one thing. I'm going to just go back. I got a lot of crap twice when I was looking for an assistant / PA.
Yeah.
So when I chased my first one and chasing you, and even in between when my last assistant didn't do a job properly and couldn't find someone, and we had to re-advertise 8 months or 10 months later to get her an assistant.
My original job, by the way.
So your original job?
It was my original job, was to be her assistant.
Yeah. You're supposed to be she was going to be an EA and you're going to be a PA.
But now I am
a PA still. Well, you don't have anyone under you, so you can't be an EA.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, EA is executive assistant.
Yeah, I know what it stands for. I just thought that...
Well, I thought it was PA was petite ass. EA was enormous ass.
I definitely don't have that. I have a pancake ass.
Pancake ass. Anyway, I copped so much crap because I actually listed the ad that I needed a female. And all these people came at me and in Australia, all of the job agencies now are just useless. They've got no idea how to find your staff. All they found is people who wanted to travel the world for nothing. They weren't interested in anything else, just travel the world for nothing. So we found the best was just social media. And the amount of crap I got because I said female, and they'd throw at me and say, well, I need someone to be able to do the things with the models that I can't do.
Yeah.
Like adjust clothing, help them with female things. Well, I'm qualified. I've got the same, I did the same course you did.
I know, but are you going to feel as comfortable doing...
No.
Exactly, whereas I don't care.
But I'm talking about some of the other things like...
like adjusting stuff.
Adjusting stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Right, when the model just can't get it right, I can say, Bec, can you come and do this? And quite often the translucent powder, I tend to get you to do. I don't want to do it. I get you to do it because I want to keep that professional distance.
Well, it's like even in Sydney, I had to help Jodie get into that shiny corset that
Oh, yeah.
I'm locked in a bathroom with Jodie. She's like, I'm
trying to tuck her boobs into the corset. Yeah, well, see, they're things that
you can't, a male couldn't do that. Because the female's not going to feel... And also, like me...
Especially a female who didn't know you.
Yeah.
Which is even more the case. Females who know me know that...
Yeah, no, exactly. But if you don't know them, it's just something weird. And it's the same with any guy. Like, me being a female, I would feel so... Like, if I'm on a shoot and there's, like, 2 guys standing there, I'm going to be, like, intimidated. Whereas if there's...
2 females standing or females standing there.
If there's a female there who's similar to my age and she, like, you know...
Yeah, you can relate.
Yeah, so it makes a difference. But I know even one of my friends, because after I applied for my job and I was all excited and I was speaking to one of my friends, even she was like, don't you find it a bit weird that he's asked for a female? I was like, this is someone that I've known since I was, like, 17 years old and is, like, a friend of mine and is, like, a father figure to me. So... No, I don't find it weird at all.
All right. So who's going to make my job easier, a male or a female?
Female?
No, my job.
Oh, a male, because they can lift stuff and they don't get fake nails.
They don't get right. So I have to carry all the heavy bags up 10 flights of stairs. I have to all the heavy stuff in here. I have to do on my own. This thing has nails that break. Right. So for me, a male would make my life physically easier, and I don't ever even ask you to lift things.
I try.
Or use nail guns. Or drop saws, or right. So, but what's going to get me a better photo on a shoot? Having a female in my studio. And unless if I specialize, although no, some of the best male photographers, they're a bit of both. Yeah, some of the best male photographers I know, especially in Australia, there's 2 of them are females. Mm-hmm. And one is a very, very gay male, and they take the best photos of males.
Yeah.
And they're surrounded by it's weird. It's like Alan von Unworth takes amazing photos of males, and then you've got Mario, who takes amazing photos of males, but I think he's both ways. So that sort of works on that. Whereas, I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyway. I'll just stick to the fact that...
But even, like, just, like, jumping on, like, with males being in... I remember we had a conversation, I think kind of similar to this not too long ago, and you asked me, like, how comfortable would you... Even, like, I've noticed with models, they just get changed, and if you're around the corner and I'm around in the kitchen area, they don't care. They'll just get changed in front of me and we'll be having a conversation. Whereas... If another guy was there, like...
There's no way known. No, so I'd walk out to the change room or go into the toilets.
But then you asked me the question, you were like, well, what if it was a gay guy? Would you care? And I had to think about it because my best friend is a gay guy. And I was like, well, no, I still wouldn't get changed in front of him.
Yeah, I know.
He's completely not interested. Yeah, he's my best friend and I have the wrong anatomy, but I still would not get changed.
I agree. I've seen that in here. There's a couple of gay hair and makeup artists we've had in here, and there's a complete difference to, like, even one of the models said, well, he lifted the toilet seat, but he said he was a she.
That's confusing.
Because she decided to go into the ladies' toilet because she decided she was a she, but she lifted the toilet seat. And she goes...
Maybe just for ease? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so that could be part of it.
I don't know, but I wouldn't get changed in front of my best friend who is, as I said, I have the wrong anatomy, but I don't know. It's different. But I'm just 200% comfortable around him. He doesn't make me feel awkward at all. I'm special. Oh no, did you break it?
It says disc too slow to record, so I'm going to have to use that recording. I might just hit record again and see what happens.
Do we have to edit this now?
I might have to edit. I hope I don't have to edit. I haven't even tried what came off this, but this...
Sorry, it's our second day.
It's just the second time of doing this. Like, give us about 4 years and we might get it close to someone like What's his
Joe
name?
Rogan.
No, I've never watched Joe Rogan, so it doesn't help me.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he's got a really nice, fluffy page, lots of followers. It's very cinematic. Photography, YouTube.
Oh, why can't I think of his name?
Because you sit too close to me. You've got brain dead like I have.
This is killing me. This is why we
is
need
his
live
name
stream.
Peter as well?
Yes.
Is it maybe Peter McKinnon? Like his sound is always perfect. His editing is on point. His color grading is great. That's not us.
No.
I wish it was, but I don't have that time. I don't have the staff all the time for that. You just got to put up with what we put out.
No.
We've diverted off subject again.
I could hear noises.
Oh, it's just
We're pretty professional.
VW.
We've got our light that I shouldn't look into because that's really bright in my eyes.
We colour balance.
We're colour balanced, and we've got
our Rode, was it Podcaster Pro or whatever the thing's called?
and our Rode mics. We're pretty professional. Somewhat. As I sit here in my leather jacket that's falling apart.
Is that your jacket?
Yeah.
You didn't steal it out of the dress you stole out of the studio.
Yeah, the dress I stole, but this is mine. Look how cool. I kind of like that it's falling apart.
Well, it's not leather. That's why you're a vegan jacket wearer.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's man-made plastic.
It's leather.
It'll kill turtles.
Oh,
Yeah, they will. They'll swallow this with the straws and die. You watch.
poor turtles.
Poor turtles.
I guess so sad. You know, we're not allowed to watch wildlife documentaries basically anymore.
I don't. I mean, I can't watch them anyway.
Like, we'll try and find one that's nice and fluffy for me, but 9 times out of 10, we have to turn it off after about 10 minutes because something starts dying and I just start crying.
Yeah, I can't. I haven't been able. I got devastated when this poor lion had its bottom jaw ripped off by a crocodile, and that lion was going to die over the next 2 or 3 weeks in agonising death.
And they just don't help, just film.
They just film. That was it. I can't watch that shit anymore. I'll watch friggin' Tarantino movies instead, because I know they're
Squid Game.
Squid Games or Tarantino or Ozark or Breaking Bad or
relatable.
So stuff we know that's just completely fake.
Yeah, it's.
I'll watch the news.
Why are we like that as humans? So it's like, oh, we can watch this thing about a human dying and we don't care, but the second an animal dies, we're like, no.
No, I disagree with you. Have you ever watched a real human die?
Oh no, I mean like in movies.
Or watch an animal die in a movie? Oh no, it still gets me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I first got David Essex. You wouldn't know who he is. Like blue-eyed, curly hair, like every girl back in the 70s wanted to. I can't remember the name of the movie, but there's someone threw acid on this little white poodle, and it's like, it devastated me too. I couldn't.
If you watch like a Tarantino
movie, yeah.
It's like, whatever.
Or some hostel.
That's fine.
What was the other one with the torches? The guy from Croydon who made them all. The whole series. Saw. Yeah.
But then watch like Marley and Me where the dog dies.
Yeah, no.
There's a whole website called doesthedogdie.com and
you told me.
You should type in the movie now. You have to use it all.
There's another one that were any dogs actually tortured or injured?
It's on the site.
Oh, it's on that site.
You type in the name of a movie and it pops up with like anything bad, like anything that could be triggering that happens in the movie. It pre-warns you about it.
Oh, that would trigger me.
So it tells you like, if there's going to be like, if any like harm's anything that could potentially upset you, it lets you know. I use it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's why I don't watch docos anymore.
Well, I never got to finish Chernobyl because I got up to the...
Oh, yeah, you told me.
I
haven't never watched it because you told me that, so I didn't even bother.
I was really enjoying it. It was harrowing to watch because I know it's a true story and it's really, like, tragic and stuff. But then there's the episode where I was, like, I was warned about it. I still can't watch it. Never finished it. Never will. Never will. It's fine. It's gone.
But you can watch Kill Bill.
Oh, it's my favourite movie.
Yeah. 1,000 people die in one restaurant.
That's fine.
Someone gets thrown in the boot of a car with the arms and legs cut off.
No, it was just her arm.
Oh, it was just her arm?
Yeah.
I thought... No, I don't think she had legs.
No, she had legs. They just cut off her arm.
One arm or both?
Yeah, no, just one.
No, wasn't she in hospital without just stubs?
No, it's just not.
You sure?
I think. I don't know. You'd have to watch it.
I'm going to have to watch it this weekend. Next podcast, I'll tell you if she was lies. She reckons she's a Tarantino nut. And we found out that you'd only watched like 2 of his movies ever.
No, I'd seen like 3.
Yeah, so you're not much of a nut. She didn't even know about Dusk Till Dawn.
Well, I've seen them all now.
Have you? All of them?
Except for The Hateful Eight.
Yeah. So I didn't think you'd seen The Hateful Eight.
No, because I need to, like, it's one of those ones you've told me it's really dialogue heavy, so I've really got to sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
So maybe I can do that tonight. I don't have any plans tonight. I've got to go hang with my family tomorrow, so.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Been a Saturday.
Nice.
So we should talk about something to do with photography or things like that. But we were talking earlier about. What were we talking? We were talking earlier about.
We talked about a lot of things.
No, about, was it sharp or was it about you're really pretty?
We're talking about both of those.
So which one are you going to go for? It was your idea.
I was thinking about things I could say.
Was it all you think you could say?
Trying to decide. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll go with the pretty thing. Maybe we should go with the sharp thing.
No, you can do the pretty thing.
Yeah, we were talking before about how, like, just things that Peter says on workshops, and then we see, like, people listen and we see them soak it in, but then we see them, like, try and put it into practice and it doesn't seem to have soaked in. And one of those things I find is Peter kind of harps on photographers, like, telling photographers don't treat the model like, oh my God, you're so pretty, and just get hung up completely on how pretty the model is that you forget about everything else and you just go
get the worst photos in the world.
Because all you're doing is just seeing how pretty the model is. You're not looking at anything else. And then also you keep telling the model, gee, you're pretty, because that is so
creepy.
Off-putting. Yeah, it's really like, I don't want to be put on this pedestal. Like, okay, like, you can say it once, you can compliment me, that's fine. But if you keep going like goo goo gaga, it's really off-putting.
But it's not just with you. You see it with all the other models as well. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's just with me. I'm saying it with all the models.
Even though you think you're the most beautiful thing on the planet. You just...
I'm saying how it feels for me. So if it feels like this for me, I'm sure it feels the exact same way for every other one.
Well, you see that. I do that with most models I've never met.
Oh, God, I've got to work hard today.
Yeah, I sort of go the opposite. Oh, my God, see, I'm going to have to work hard today to get you to look good. And they just look at me with this... You're joking, aren't you? Rather than if I go, oh, gee, you're pretty, to go, oh, that's creepy.
Whereas, like, even sometimes, like, someone will come in and you'll look at me and be like, really, Bec, this is who you booked? Come on, serious? Like,
I would never do that.
But that also makes a joke out of things. Or, like, you'll turn around and look back at them and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it makes them laugh.
They will always laugh, where if I just say how pretty they are, they're just going to cringe.
It is. It's really cringeworthy. And then you're not actually looking at lighting and you're going to just get blind, and then you're going to go home, and then when you look at the photos, that model's not going to be in front of you anymore, and you're going to be like, hang on, why do my photos look so bad? Because she was so pretty when she was right in front of me, and now she's not here and my photos look horrible. So that whole thing is really off-putting, to just have someone completely, like, I don't know what it, like...
Well, you know, the more that... the more the Fiji grapes, Caligula style. You've never seen Caligula, so you know.
No, I know that movie, though. But no, I prefer my grapes in wine.
Well, it's where, and nearly every single workshop we did in Europe, there was always 1 or 2 people, and the whole idea of workshops is to help people improve their photography. That's all I want to do. I don't want to make them my style or anything else. I just want to show them the tricks I've learned over the years of getting better pictures consistently.
Yeah.
And you would have heard me so many times, we go through that. You cannot just look at the girl, but she is really pretty. And you change the light on her to even ugly light. She's still pretty, but in a photo, she's now going to be ugly. While she's in front of you, you're only seeing her prettiness, but your camera is only seeing the light.
Exactly.
Photography is painting with light. So it's very easy for us photographers to make models look very, very ordinary if we get hung up on how beautiful they look. So I tend to go from the whole angle as, let's look at all her flaws. So she might have a little split in her chin. She might have a bit of a curve here. Her skin might be a bit pory. So if I start looking at the pores, now I'll look at the light that fixes those problems. I'm not looking at, oh, she's so pretty. I'm looking at, all right, so these little flaws, I need to fix them with light.
Yeah.
So I go through and I explain that to everybody. And then 10 minutes later, you'll see someone shooting, and I'll stand next to them and go, I would never shoot that picture.
And they just don't even listen.
They don't even listen. Click, 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 click. And I would say, I would never shoot that picture. And there was one beach one that you weren't around then. I literally walked in front of the 5 photographers that were just shooting like crazy and said, you are not even allowed to take this picture. The model will kill you. And the model's turning and goes, what? What's wrong?
Oh my gosh.
And it was that thing. She was extremely pretty. She was in a swimwear. She was on the beach. And they got the angle of the lighting so wrong. It's not the angle I set up. She posed in a certain way, and they've all come around to this certain angle, which was really, really bad lighting. And I think I got 2 or 3 emails back from that particular group saying, every picture before you came in and said something ended up in the rubbish bin.
That's so good.
But every picture after you redirected us to get the light right on her before you clicked, I used. So
I loved when we were in Europe, and like, speaking of this, we were doing the nighttime one, because I modelled for the nighttime ones while we were over there. And it got a point in the night that you were like, all right, I've taught you everything. So you've got 3 models here. Grab one and go find the light. And seeing people actually putting it into practice and being like, okay, I'm going to do what Peter did. So I'm going to get you to stand there. All right, now slowly walk towards me. There. Okay, there. No, step back. Now step forward. And you could see them fine-tuning the light rather than just like, oh, stand here, click, click, click. And it was so awesome for me to see it like sinking in. I love that. I love it when they can actually learn how to see the light. And lighting, it's going to make me look good. And I do still want some of those photos that I haven't been tagged in. But still tagging.
Well, you know them all. Send them a freaking message.
Nah, it's all right. Maybe they don't like the photos. I looked good on the back of the camera. Maybe they don't like it. So I'm not going to pass them.
Backs the cameras lie anyway.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's not.
JPEG compressed, and there's a soft filter, there's a finger liquefy happening, there's a smooth eye, there's a pop. Oh, no, that's a phone, isn't it?
Or maybe I was jaded at the time, and
maybe you were jaded.
Who knows? But anyways, I find that really cool when they can actually find light that's going to make me or any other model look better. Like, that means that it's sunk in, and but it does get frustrating when you say, I would never take that photo, and
they keep clicking.
They
don't even hear you. And I can walk in front of them. They then try and shoot around me.
I know. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I really think photographers need to stop getting so hung up on how pretty the person is in front of them and
try and create beautiful photos rather than
just, oh my God, I'm looking at someone who is so insanely pretty.
Yeah, in horrible light.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see it in Geneva, but the natural light workshop we did there, the lighting was perfect. Full sun, middle of the day.
Your favourite.
My favourite lighting to teach. And we're in an area with lots of structure and lots of areas to get bouncing and shadows and all that stuff. And I walked around the corner and just saw this area and just got, I could spend 2 days here shooting. There's so many different lights in here.
I remember you telling me about this actually. Yeah.
And I've walked them down, except we had some dinner later and I asked you if I've ever done this before, and you said no.
I said no.
I've walked them down and just said, look, I've just found this area. There's this and there's another whole area just around that corner. I could literally spend 2 days shooting in this area without getting bored. And I showed them 1 or 2 the simplest areas to find, and then said, all right, so we've got about 45 minutes left in the workshop. I've taught you everything I know. I now want you to take a cover shot. There's 3 models. You've all got plenty of time to take that, whatever model you like, to the place you like. Create me a cover shot for a magazine. I'll let them go. And they went for a while, and they just stuck to some of the areas I had showed them. They wouldn't venture a bit. And all of a sudden I just said, has anybody been out around the corner yet? Has anyone looked over there yet? Has anyone gone around there yet? And all of a sudden they started spreading, and I actually saw them looking and creating.
So cool.
And I had an idea in my head that the person who took the best picture was just going to give a couple of months of Inspire 2 for free. And at the end of them, everyone had to, on the back of their camera, pick their favourite photo they took, which was going to be the cover. And literally there wasn't one bad picture.
So cool.
Every single one of them, their picture was worthy of a cover. They had a story behind the type of magazine it was going to go into. And yeah, it was so cool. And it was there is no winner. And I actually got them all to put the camera so they could all look at each other and see how different everybody's pictures were.
So cool.
Because it brought out their own styles. And I think that was one of the best things I've ever done on a workshop. But we did have like the best light ever in a super awesome area that had lots of different shadows and bounces. And it wasn't attractive. It was not quite ugly, but the light there was just to die for.
Yeah. That's really cool. I love it. I love stuff like that. Like I love it when, I don't know, I just love that.
Love that.
I just love that. And I was like trying to elaborate, and I was like, I can't. I just love that.
Yeah, it's sort of light bulb moments and things like that where there's a couple of times on a couple of workshops where we've seen people struggle, and then they're just looking on the back of the camera going, I can't believe I took that photo.
Yeah.
Those type of things. Well, there's no difference to me than you if the lighting's really nice and she's really nice and you come in here and you talk to her right, you should be able to get the same picture as me. So
I'm really excited for, actually we need to work out dates. Maybe we should do that before we knock off for the week. We need to look at our 5-day because
5-day for next year,
I'm so excited. I love the 5-day. The 5-day is one of my favourite things.
We only do it once a year.
Once a year, only in Melbourne. We used to do it. I did one in Paris when I first started. And I think previously you've done one in LA.
We did one in LA. It's just really, really hard to do them overseas because with the 5-day in Melbourne, we have my studio, which I can do so much in. Yeah. Trying to find studios that are decked out to be able to supply.
Without us spending like
trillions.
Yeah. So it's just easier for us to do them here. And plus also we, like even with food, like we get Sharita cake. Yeah,
my wife's a chef, so
the food's amazing every day. So that's just even like an extra bonus. And we know Melbourne, like it's so much easier for us to do a proper 5-day here than it is anywhere in the world. But I love that so much because you see everyone come in on day one and everyone's a little bit awkward, a little bit shy. They don't know each other. Come Wednesday, everyone's already made friends and everyone starts coming out of their shell. And then by Friday, everyone's the best of friends. They're all exchanging contact details so they keep in touch. And
they've got the confidence to go up to no matter what model comes in.
They know how to speak to them. And it's just seeing the change in them from Monday to Friday is so awesome. That's why I really love the 5-day. And then I get to know people and I don't know, I love it. The 5-day warms my little ice cold heart.
Well, I have got plans for next year. We've got our 5-day Melbourne, which we do every single year except, we've managed to run it through
No, we didn't
COVID.
do it this year.
We didn't do it. Oh, no, that's right. Nobody could travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because nobody could enter Australia. Yeah, so 5-day, we have people from all over the world come.
Exactly, we get.
Yeah. But next year, as long as, what's the latest disease?
Monkeypox.
No, that's disappeared. I haven't seen any news about that. I think it's called Premier and Prime Minister disease. Every Premier or Prime Minister of the world is, or President, are just going stupid.
Oh, okay, that went to that again.
That went to that again. You broke it. Why would you use your right hand? Oh, no, it's just gone to sleep. Oh, it's because I haven't got it plugged in.
Peter's laptop went to sleep and we freaked out that it maybe killed the thing.
Oh, who's the battery?
Oh, okay.
We're double dipping, hopefully. If worse, you're going to have about 3 or 4 minutes of crappy microphone on top of camera sound.
That's all right.
We can live with that.
We can live with that.
But what I was going to say is, because we haven't spoken about this, but my plans next year is to find some really nice place to run a 5-day.
Oh, okay. Like exotic?
It could be exotic, or it could just be photogenic, or it could be...
It's not going to be cold. I don't do
I was thinking Alaska. Models in Alaska in lingerie and bikini. And Bec's going to feature in every single day for 3 hours straight sitting on ice blocks. I'll give you some nice champagne and you can chill it in the water next to the seals.
Lordy, absolutely not.
You're no funs.
I'm from the desert. I do not deal with the cold.
We'll keep you in. We'll let you know, but I have been working on plans of finding somewhere nice, and that's why I was talking about doing that trip to one of the islands and to have a check it out first so people will bring their wives, and the wives can have a holiday, and then they can learn, and then they can still then have dinner with their wives. And
we found people were doing that in Europe.
Oh, in Europe, yes, a lot of people that travel with their wives. And
I was speaking to
Milan, nearly everybody was not from...
Except for one person, everyone that came to Milan was travelling.
Yep.
And there was...
Paris, we had a few too.
Paris had a few. In Amsterdam, we had someone who travelled to our last New York workshop all the way from Germany to New York. And then this year we were in Germany, but he travelled to Amsterdam.
He might
brought his wife.
Yeah, that's right.
I was having a chat with him, and he said something about his wife, and he was like, yeah, I give her my credit card and I come to the workshop and she goes shopping and she's happy.
It's like the year I took my wife to do workshops for a month or 2 months or something.
Send her to cooking classes.
And she just went to cooking classes every single day, and we went out for dinner every night. It's the only time we saw each other.
It's fine. It works. Yeah. But I like that idea. You get to learn, you also get a bit of a holiday. It's cool. It's fun. It's an experience.
It's more the experience, and I know it's the experience, but just you should be able to take photos. I love something Helmut Newton said, which was put him anywhere in the world and within a kilometre he can take an amazing photo.
I feel like you can.
And then someone said in a desert, he said, that's the easiest place in the world. I don't even have to walk. The light's the same everywhere. Yeah. I would just,
It's a massive softbox.
It's like the most easiest place in the world to. But that's how it should be. It should be. The people forget where if you're a landscape photographer, street photographer, architectural, you're shooting the foreground. But people like me, we're shooting the background. People like me, we're shooting the foreground. We don't care unless we have assistants that make us take them to the Eiffel Tower and they want a shot in front of the Eiffel Tower. Then we have to look at the foreground and the background.
I don't know who would do something like that. I would never.
No, never. Never, ever, ever. I
would never make you shoot in portrait.
Or
colour.
Or colour, yes, definitely. No, the worst thing I did was buy COVID. The worst thing I did was buy a camera that actually has a really nice colour.
Yeah.
Because now you see the Leica colour and just go, I want colour, I want colour, I want colour.
Excuse me, you were the one who said that it's broken you because you are actually liking colour. So
a little bit, but I still love my black and white.
I know. Well, I actually do like my Eiffel Tower shot more in black and white.
No, it doesn't work in colour. The colour palette's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I like it in black and white, but I do like the portrait one.
That's right. You can have the portrait one. I just will never use it.
That's fine. I'll use it on my page.
Yeah, I know.
And then I'll send you a text message and ask why you haven't posted it on your Instagram.
Yeah. Why haven't you tagged me yet? Why haven't you?
Full circle. Yeah. I feel like a comedian. I love it when comedians do that.
You're not a comedian. You're not funny at all.
I'm hilarious. I think so.
You think so? Laughing at your own jokes doesn't mean you're funny.
I'll remember that.
You'll remember that. I don't think I'm funny. I'm the only one who laughs at my jokes.
Exactly. So it doesn't mean you're funny.
Keeps me amused.
Oh my
God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. So, weekend.
What are you doing? Sorry.
Not coughing. I wasn't going to. I'm definitely getting on the sim. I'm definitely doing a little bit of cooking.
What are you cooking?
I'm going to do a chicken soup.
Yum.
But
That's why I made you broth.
I made me broth last night.
Made me broth.
It's simmering away all day. So 12 hours of simmering.
Sounds so Australian. Made me broth.
I don't know. I haven't found a recipe that's interests me enough yet. Everyone's got sort of chicken and noodles, and I don't want to do that. I don't want chicken and corn. But I did see a ramen chickeny thing that looked really cool, so I might do that.
Remember that ramen in Amsterdam?
That was beautiful. You don't do ramen.
I've never had it before.
It's like, I don't eat asparagus. Have you ever eaten it? Nah. Now when we go, asparagus soup, asparagus this, asparagus.
I never said I didn't like ramen. I just never had it. And I had
But
it.
your boyfriend loves ramen.
Yeah, but he told me you've got to go to the place in the city, and I never go to the city.
He doesn't talk like that.
No, in my head he does. Anyways, I had proper ramen and I love it. So now you need to take me to the place.
So I've got to make an extra amount so you can have some during the week.
He wants to take me to the place in the city.
Yeah. So
I'm doing a really bad impression of Jared. I'm sorry,
it's really bad. You need to add like 6 inches to your height and get a bit more dope here in your face and big curly hair.
He doesn't have curly hair.
Oh, it feels curly. Wavy?
No, it's straight as.
No.
Yeah, he's dead straight.
Rubbish.
It is.
He has that curly fringy thing.
No, he doesn't.
It curls up.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Who are you thinking of?
Oh, maybe it's... No, it's not him because he doesn't have hair now. Oh. Oh my God.
Anyways,
change the subject.
You're going to make your ramen, whatever.
Yeah. Ramen, I think I write music to try and do that. And that was my ice block melting. I was going to write some music because I want to do like a slideshow of the YouTube-friendly pictures of mine. And, so I want to write some stuff for that. Also, I want to write an intro sound for this.
Okay, that could be fun.
But I don't know if I'll get that done this weekend, but I'll see how it goes, see how my mindset is. But it's going to be pretty wet and horrible, so I'm not doing anything outside. And my daughter's already dumped me for dinner, and our neighbours said no, she had COVID 2 days. She's officially out of COVID now, but the neighbours don't want us. We normally have a Saturday night with them if either of us haven't got anything on, so we alternate. But no, they're COVID scared. So
aren't they fully vaccinated?
Yes, they're fully vaccinated. I think they've had 300 jabs and they wear masks to bed. I don't know. But it's, sorry. I'm the wrong person to talk about this. But anyway, so I do have, I'm definitely going to watch a movie Saturday night. I've got a whole heap. Jack's House, I think it's called. I found a director through somewhere, something, and he does really, really macabre, really nasty torture, rape and horror, like that type of, and I think it's called Jack. It's in my list. I'm going to watch that because it looks really, really nasty and the cinematography looks good. The story looks messed up, which will suit me.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
If not, I'll just watch the rest of this
Kill Bill and find out if it was arms and legs or just
No, that's not going to be a Saturday night. The other thing, I'd watch The Boys, which you won't watch because I don't like it, but I've never seen it.
I'm just not interested in it.
You've got no idea what it is.
It just doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in.
It's so black comedy.
You haven't sold it, and I don't.
I haven't sold it. superheroes doing drugs.
Len was trying to tell me, and Jared sounds interested in it. I'm just not interested in it.
If you haven't seen it, it is so messed up. It's called she won't even watch. All I want to watch is the first minute. And if that doesn't get her in, that's fine. But after the first minute, you're just going to go, oh my God, I need to watch this show.
I'll watch the first minute then.
You have to watch it with Jarrett.
Pinky.
You have to watch it with Jarrett, all right? Pinky. Promise. The amount of amazing Shawshank Redemption. When did you watch it?
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. When did you watch that?
Last year.
Yeah, for the first time.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Green Mile yet?
No.
All these, when you didn't see Gia till I told you to watch Gia?
That's a pretty underground movie. Not many people know about Gia.
You work in the fashion industry. Devil Wears Prada?
Yes, of course.
Before I suggest it? You sure?
Yeah.
I got a funny feeling I thought.
No, I definitely seen that.
Oh, American Beauty.
I'd heard of it, I'd never watched it. That was a fun day. We should do that more often.
What, when I tell you to stop work, watch a movie?
Yeah,
of course you want to do that more. I want to sit here and drink wine and watch a movie while Peter pays me. Okay.
We should do that more often. I like that. It was good.
Did we watch a movie when we were away?
No.
That's right. The last time we were away, we watched... We
started making a list of movies we needed to watch.
But we didn't watch
them.
No, we're too busy drinking. No. But with the previous year, I got you to watch Best in Show.
That was a really good movie. Jared won't watch it.
Well, see, he's like you. And you need to watch. You're Tarantino nut. You do need to watch Inglourious Basterds to the end.
Oh, I just didn't like it.
Oh, how can you say that?
I've seen the ending. I know the ending. I just didn't like it.
Didn't like it.
I just didn't like it. It's the only one I didn't like. But I watched The Hateful Eight. Well, I need to look at what I'm... Oh, actually, I know what I'm watching tonight. You won't like it.
It'll be Drag Race or something.
Oh, actually, there is a new episode of Drag Race.
Or it'll be Housewives of every country in the world. Housewives of the Moon, right?
We've got the last episode of Kardashians to watch. I'm going to finish the season. And then it's so exciting because the new season starts in September and Pete Davidson's going to be on it. So he's funny and I love him.
He's paid to be on there.
Yeah, he's probably paid to date Kim Kardashian.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Who cares? He's funny. I'm excited.
You're excited.
Anyways. I'll go through my watch list for tonight. I'll find something that I have. And a quiet one. Jared's going to snob me all night.
Oh, is he gaming with the boys?
No, he's got to work on visuals for next weekend. Doof. So he's...
Well, no, you can't do the boys tonight. He has to be with Jared because Jared won't let you turn it off. Okay,
I'll watch it with him. But no, he's working on his visuals tonight because we've got a bush doof to go to next weekend.
In the snow, in the rain, in the mud. Bec's biggest hate in the world is cold. Your Instagram was so funny. She put up pictures what she normally wears at a doof, which is pretty much zero. And then she put up pictures of what she's going to be wearing at this doof. And it's pretty much a freaking full body suit. The only bit of skin you can see is her eyes.
For people listening that aren't from Australia, a bush doof is like a music festival, but you camp. So we call them bush doofs here because we're real simple folk, and you go to the bush and the music goes like
doof, doof, doof.
So we call them a bush doof.
The weirdest thing out is Bec didn't even know that I used to go to one of the biggest doofs before we even met Rainbow.
It's crazy.
Always did Rainbow.
I love Rainbow.
And then I didn't even realise that. See, one of my favourite people at Rainbow was Infected Mushroom. I didn't realise they did psytrance now because back then they didn't. It was more like...
Really? I feel like they've always done psytrance.
It was more like progressive trance. It wasn't so much psy.
Oh.
No, I can play you some other stuff. I got it at home. I've actually got a vinyl. We've been cut off.
All right.
That's the end of it.
Thanks for listening to us rave and rant again. See you again next week.
55 minutes. See ya.
Bye, guys.